Welcome. Today I'm going to show you Mural, a cloud-based whiteboard. We'll see artifacts created in Mural by a design team using human-centered design methods. Their design challenge was to envision the next-generation digital assistant for work. The code name for this project was Puntus, in case you see reference to it and are curious. I will guide you through design methods used by the team and show you how you too can quickly set up Mural for your team collaborations. We'll see activities that include brainstorming, affinity clustering, and prioritization exercises. You will see how Mural allows anyone to feel connected to the action no matter where they are or what device they may have. Shall we get started? Here's an overview of a Mural canvas. Notice these elements at the bottom of the screen. These are avatars that represent the people who are currently participating in this mural. At any time, you can click on one of them to see what they see. On your local device, selecting my avatar will allow you to follow me through this demo. The view is updated in real time. You see approximations of what I see if you're following me. Likewise, I will see approximations of what you see if I follow you. You can take back control at any moment, simply by zooming or panning directly in your view. We'll select my avatar so you can follow me as we jump into the first design method. Here we see a stakeholder map. Human-centered design seeks to develop empathy with the customer. Before this team embarked on any user research, they held a Mural work session and focused on the people, their roles, and how they're connected to each other. They asked, if we're to design the next generation of digital assistant for the workplace, who are some people that we could talk to and how are they related? Notice that the diagram is made of basic shapes. There are text notes, there are shapes, arrows, and the objects are easy to manipulate and have some intelligence and connection to each other. While Mural is not meant to replace your illustration tools, we include the basic objects you need to communicate ideas and make artifacts that communicate well. In this diagram, one of the roles the team did additional research on is the product manager. This circle right here. Somewhere between experience design, development, and engineering, this role sits and reports to a development manager. Next, we'll look at the exercise the team did to look for insights from their research around this product manager. After the team identified roles in the stakeholder map, they conducted their customer research. Here we see an experience map, sometimes referred to as a journey map, from one interviewee. This person's name was Angela, and she was a senior product manager. This framework was built using the drawing tools within Mural. The team now has a good template that works for them, and they can reuse it and share it with other teams with a simple copy and paste. Notice how some parts of the diagram have been locked down, while some of them can be manipulated. This makes it easy to set up a template, have it in a zero state, ready for a team to come in and layer in their research and their observations. Next, we'll take a look at how quick it is to add video images and other material into Mural. Here we see research materials that the team has started to gather to level up in this problem space. Notice these nicely formatted, rich snippets. These are created automatically by Mural when you copy and paste a URL. For example, I'll copy this, and by simply pasting, Mural retrieves not only information about the link, a nice summary, the favorite icon from the source, and a hero image. This rich snippet I can now add to the others and begin building a library of rich material to draw from. The same is true for links to videos. Simply find a video online, copy the link, and by pasting, Mural creates a rich snippet that you can add. Simply double-click on the link and view the video right inside of Mural. Okay, let's move on. At this point, the design team has interviewed customers and done some market research. If we zoom in to this area, we see 3 design methods in progress. Now it's time to frame the problem and generate some ideas using brainstorming, finding some patterns using affinity clustering, and determining what to focus on first using prioritization. We'll add a little bit of our own observations to each one of these activities. We'll start with the brainstorming exercise. The team clearly spent some time to prepare the mural canvas so things would move smoothly when they got together. Notice this exercise starts with a challenge statement. This device that we're designing, Pontus, should coach you, take over mundane tasks, and keep you in the zone. Being mindful of these issues our customers face, what are the essential qualities we'd like to see in this product? The best way to find one great idea is to generate lots and lots of ideas. Below we see the team has already generated some good ideas. Why don't we add a few of our own? Notice the Mural tool palette to the left. This is where you will find notes and text labels, shapes and connectors, icons, frameworks, and images, your own, or you can search for new ones. To add a note, simply select the size that you want and drag it onto the canvas. I'll choose a 5x3 sticky note. You can instantly start typing to add text. Or you can change the mode and draw your own. A sketch really helps the ideas stand out in a brainstorm. Other ideas we might like to add: some type of integration with a car. Simply double-click and continue adding notes. Perhaps we'd like to add a calendar function. Note that Mural has alignment tools to keep things aligned and organized. You can override this by holding down a modifier key, which is either Control on the PC or Command on a Mac. Keep it tidy or make it loose. Great. Now that we have so many ideas up here, it's time to make sense of them. We do this with an exercise called affinity clustering. Here we see the ideas from the brainstorm activity, and they've been copied over here, and the team has begun to cluster them according to likeness. For example, notes related to encryption or voice eye and fingerprint identification. They've grouped together inside this cluster and labeled it security. Notice the boxes around the notes? These are called areas, and they are just one of many frameworks that are built into Mural. You use an area to contain objects like text, notes, images, and then the objects can be moved together. Here are 3 notes that haven't been grouped yet into an area. I'll shift select them, right click, make a copy of them, and move them over into our affinity cluster area. We can group these notes into an area one of 2 ways. We can either go to the frameworks, find a grid area or a freeform area, and drag that framework out, or there's an even simpler way by simply selecting the 3 notes, right-clicking, and say, organize into area. I'll call this extensible. I can change the properties of this area into a grid layout or a freeform layout. As a grid layout, you notice that as I move one node around, the other ones click into play. Let's try adding some other notes that haven't been grouped. Here we have a laser projected keyboard, which might fit up here with I/O. And we have something around personalization that seems like that belongs here in the personalized group. Now, these design sessions are very active, and sometimes a participant will want to jump in and draw an arrow or a quick diagram, just like you would on a traditional whiteboard. We do that well in Mural. You can draw on a note from any device using a mouse, touchpad, touchscreen, or a Wacom tablet. But if you have a Surface Pro, iPad Pro, or are lucky enough to have a Surface Hub, you can use your pen and draw directly on the canvas. That's a pretty great experience, right? Everyone can participate just like they are in the same room. And that's our goal with Mural. One of the other aspects of teamwork we focused on is around voting. It's critical to take the temperature in a meeting as you go along and bring all the voices into the discussion. Let's give it a try. Mural includes anonymous voting sessions. This is a quick and stress-free way to check in with the opinions in the room at any time. In this instance, we need to choose some concepts for the next exercise. I'll start the session and give everyone 5 votes. Everyone in the voting session is presented with simple instructions. Let's vote. To vote, simply click on one of the cards you'd like to get a vote. Mural keeps track of how many votes you have left. Once all the votes are cast, you simply end the session. Here we see the results. 4 cards each got 2 votes and are shown higher in the list. 2 other cards got 1 vote and are lower in the list. I'll close this view, but you can get back to the results at any time from this menu. The number of votes each card received is clearly displayed in the upper right corner. Our next activity helps us prioritize our choices. This is an example of one of Mural's built-in frameworks. This one is a common tool for ranking in terms of feasibility, that is to say, time and cost to us, and importance, that is to say, impact to the customer. This framework and many more are found in the same place as the grid area. The frameworks area contains layout tools, business frameworks, design frameworks, calendars, and more. We also include search. Once you know the name of your framework, simply type in one of the keywords and drag the framework into your mural canvas. Frameworks can be easily resized, and this makes it very quick and easy to set up a mural canvas for a robust collaboration session with your team. Let's take the top 4 ideas from our voting session and copy them over to the canvas. The team discusses the relative feasibility and places the items in that order. Next, they discuss the relative impact to the customer and rank them vertically. Of course, this typically involves quite a bit of team discussion. So you see, this distributed team can enjoy the same level of interactivity from any location. They can quickly generate lots of ideas together, extract insights, share ideas, and then prioritize the most impactful work. They collaborate using any device from any location. Here we see designs starting to emerge from the process. The product vision has started to take form, and the team is ready to share out and get feedback. Other groups, like product management, engineering, and others, have started sharing feedback directly on the design artifacts. Adding updated or additional designs in the form of image files is very easy in Mural. The design process is supported from beginning to end, and this mural canvas becomes an incredibly valuable asset for the team. They can see their discussions and decisions they've made along the journey of their design.